Hey, good afternoon, guys. This is Jimmy from Primer Does Best. I've started this video three times, because I get messed up talking. I bought this stuff here. My wife and I have new taillights, turn signal assembly, and headlights, which I'm not dragging out. They're all wrapped up in styrofoam or something. For the 2003 Chevy Silverado truck that most people call Cat Eye truck. We just recently purchased it. The Lord was good to myself and Mrs. PIB and Brian and his uncle. And I'm going to get into that story here in just 1 minute. Let me tell you what's going on with it. My wife and I bought the Cat Eye truck. We drove it all the way to GM Tim's garage. Like I said, he's on YouTube, GM Tim 38, if you want to see what all he's done to the truck or fixing to do whatever. Anyway, it done just fine except for the check engine light was on the dash, and I showed you that in the video. Well, he cleared it. It must have been an O2 sensor or something. I'm not really sure. Something minor. I told him to go ahead and change the oil in it and, get it, good enough to, that you don't have to worry about check the rear end dope, just check everything in general, because he has all the tools and he's a mechanic and I'm not. So he was test driving it and make sure the check engine light didn't come on. Him and his uncle were driving the truck. I told him just drive it all over. I got insurance and tags on it. So he done that. And come to find it out, he was going around a curve making a left-hand turn in the truck, and the steering kind of locked up, got real stiff. Said he had to use both hands in order to turn the steering wheel. Said he was fighting it. Well, all of a sudden it broke loose and he went all the way back to the other side of the highway, and it's a wonder nobody was hurt. I've been thanking God over and over that no one was hurt in that truck. Of course, I called the previous owner. He said it never happened to him before, and I believe him. He's a good Christian man, so the guy I bought it from, and so Brian checked it out, and he's determined it's the rack and pinion steering on it, that it's getting hung up or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, Brian will go into more detail with it in his videos, if you'd like to check him out, GM Tim 38. So anyway, I've already had this stuff bought. I got this stuff on eBay. I think it was, eBay Motors. And I think it's like $120 for new headlights, the turn signal assembly. It goes under the headlights, and the taillights. A lot of people were, saying in the comments that they wished I'd get some smoked taillights. I like those too, but where I live at, they kind of frown on any kind of tint, even on your license plate. You can buy those things at AutoZone or O'Reilly's or wherever your local, stupid gnats, wherever your local parts store is at. You can get all that tinted license plate cover, blah, blah, blah. But I've been pulled over for that several times. So I just quit even putting them on. They look good, but it's not worth getting pulled over, Not that I got anything to hide, but it's just not worth the effort. So, and I've been told, had several warnings. So I got the original OEM taillights and everything else. There's nothing smoked on it. It's just OEM stuff. But it's going to brighten up the whole truck. My Cat Eye truck that's kind of separating in here, the plastic. So that should make it look a whole lot better, kind of brighten it up a little bit. But I'm so glad Brian and his uncle were not hurt, and I'm so glad I wasn't hurt, because, it never done nothing with me, but just whenever you made a left-hand turn in that truck, it would kind of hang up, and then it would break loose, Brian said. And he said it scared him to death, and it would me too. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing because it happened to him. I'm laughing because, I'll tell you what I'm laughing about after. Brian told me I owed him a pair of underwear because it scared him pretty bad. And I got to tell you, Brian's a young man, and he's still full of juice, and he's pretty strong. And he kind of come out and told me, he said, Jimmy said, I don't think you could have fixed it, you know, going down the road. I don't know how fast they were going, but they were going down some curvy roads and it just locked up. So I'm thanking God that, you know, nobody got hurt. I don't care about the truck. I just don't want nobody hurt. So anyway, I got this stuff here. So Brian is he's bought a new rack and pinion steering assembly that goes up and under the front end. He's going to take the old one out, put it in. If you'd like to find out more about it, go to his YouTube channel, GM1038. I was going to tell you too, not that it matters to anybody, but my wife and I got our fishing license here in Tennessee, and lucky me, I'm old enough to get a big discount, and I don't think I have to buy them anymore. So lucky me. I'm going to try to do some fishing this year instead of having the whole driveway full of, or most of the driveway, let me say that again, most of the driveway filled up with trucks like I did. I seem to do this every year, but you know, I had like 4 or 5 sitting out here. You know, the garage is full, and oh my. Anyway, it got to where it was kind of like a full-time job, just trying to keep them up, keep them clean, make sure that, you know, that it got a little bit overwhelming for me. So I'm going to try to narrow my inventory, keep it kind of a whole lot lower than it was last year. You know, I had 07 Coffee, the Silverado 07, we named it Coffee. Sam, the 88 OBS. Let's see, what else we have? Oh, Shannon, the 78 GMC, and the 75 C10 Truck Sky, the 62 Impala I had that sat in this garage that I had for 30 plus years. I sold all them. I got rid of 5. I sold my little S10 Ranger here not too long ago. That's 6. You know, just trying to narrow the inventory down a little bit, even though I'm still called about a truck 2 days ago, a little short bed Chevy, no, I'm sorry, it was a 73 GMC short bed truck. Rough, oh my goodness, that truck was rough. Short bed though. And called about it, and my wife kept saying, we don't need another one. Didn't have a motor and transmission. The guy said it didn't have a straight panel on it, and it didn't. But I just like trucks like that needs lots of work, you know, possibly even going for scrap. I seen some good items on the old truck, but by the time I contacted the guy, he'd already sold it. So sometimes things catch my eye, so you never know what's going to wind up here in the driveway. But I'm going to try not to get on Marketplace a whole bunch. Whew. Okay, anyway, enough of that. I just want to show you what's going on here. My wife and I got baptized too. That's the most important thing in my life and her life as well, as we got baptized. So I'm real happy about that. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to be baptized in the name of the Lord. So he owns me and my wife now, and I'm so grateful. Been wanting to do that for years, and it's really a blessing. So just thought I'd tell you the good news. Nobody was hurting the truck. I got my parts. Brian's figured out what's wrong with the truck. Baptism, of course. That's the number one thing. Got my fishing license. I don't know if I mentioned that. A lot of things going on that I kind of got behind a little bit. So just to let you know what's going on with us today. And I'm going to go in the backyard and maybe play with Left Turn Bill for a little bit. And if you'd like to keep up with my videos, it's fixing to be time to play out here. So with trucks. So my 85, let's see, yeah, 85 Chevy C10 truck that we just bought, the silver one, should be coming home soon. A lot of people's asked me, when am I getting that truck back, or when am I getting the truck home? Well, I'll explain this again, just in case you're new to the channel. I bought an 85 short bed truck. You can go back on my video history, you can see it. It's just one of those unexpected things, and wasn't expecting to get it. The guy didn't want to sell it, but I guess we talked him into it. So anyway, it's a 85 short bed Silverado truck. He's doing some maintenance on it. It's his own personal truck. It's not, you know, he works at a shop, but it's his own personal truck. So in his spare time, he's working on our truck, the 85 Silverado truck. He's fixing the air. He's putting new power window switches in the doors for the windows. He's already put new exhaust on it, you know, front to back, you know, dual exhaust, and see what else. There's a whole list of things, and he told me, he said, Jimmy said it might be 3 or 4 weeks before you get it. You know, he said, I'm just doing this when I can, when he works, he has a daytime job, so he's doing it on his own time at that shop. So we'll just have to wait and see when we get it. And I told him I'm not in a hurry, so that's good. Anyway, that's what's going on there. Just thought I'd tell you what's going on around here. Probably don't make no sense to most of y'all, especially if you're new to the channel. But you don't have to be new to the channel. You can go back on my video history and see all the stuff that I've been talking about. I make videos on all the trucks and cars that we have. Be sure to subscribe to Primer is Best. You won't miss any videos. Also, I'm on Facebook, Primer is Best, Instagram, Primer is Best. I thank y'all for listening to me. And I thank the Lord for not having Brian and his uncle have an accident in that cat-eye truck. And glad to be baptized. Most of all, glad I got my fishing license. And I guess I'll let you go. I got a phone call. I'll catch y'all in the next one, okay? Okay? God bless y'all. See you later.